Generative AI is absolutely changing the game for professionals everywhere. And you know what? The legal field is right there at the front of the pack. Now, this isn't about replacing lawyers, not at all. It's about giving you a superpower. So let's dive right in and talk about how you can start using this power in your own practice.
So, you might be wondering, how much of a difference does this AI copilot really make? Well, get this. Microsoft recently studied its own legal team, and the results were, well, they were staggering. Lawyers using generative AI got their work done 32% faster. Just let that sink in for a moment. That's a huge boost in efficiency.
But wait, here's the real kicker. It's not just about speed. The study also found that those same lawyers were 20% more accurate. So you're not just working faster, you're actually working better. I mean, that's a combination that's pretty tough to beat.
Okay, those numbers are seriously impressive, but they bring up a really important question. How do you actually get those results? It's not like you can just wave a magic wand. Nope, it's about mastering a new skill. And that is exactly what we're going to break down today, how you can make AI your most effective legal partner.
First things first, let's be crystal clear about what this technology is and what it isn't. This is not some autopilot that's going to do your job for you. A much better way to think of it is as a co-pilot, a really smart assistant that can handle all the routine stuff, freeing you up to focus on strategy, on analysis, and on the work that truly requires your expert brain.
And this copilot is already being put to work in so many ways. We're talking about everything from legal drafting and research to summarizing mountains of documents, even helping with client emails. Basically, it's taking all that tedious grunt work off your plate so you can zero in on what really matters, your strategy, your critical thinking, and building those all-important client relationships.
So to unlock the true potential of your AI copilot, you need to know how to give it the right instructions. And this is where we get to the real heart of it all, a skill called prompt engineering. So what on earth is prompt engineering? It's really just a fancy term for crafting clear, specific instructions for the AI. And here's the key thing to remember. The quality of what you get out is directly tied to the quality of what you put in. That old saying, garbage in, garbage out? Yeah, it has never been more true.
Now, the good news is you don't have to guess how to do this. There's a really simple but incredibly powerful 4-part formula that will help you write great prompts every single time. Let's walk through it.
It all comes down to a simple little acronym, GCES. That stands for Goal, Context, Expectations, and Source. Trust me, these are the 4 essential ingredients for cooking up a powerful and effective prompt. Let's break each one down. First up is G for Goal. This is your core command. You got to be direct and start with a strong action verb. Tell the AI exactly what you want it to do, draft this, summarize that, analyze this. No need for pleasantries, just a clear, direct command right at the start. Next up, C is for Context. This is the why behind your request. Who is this for? What's the legal issue here? When you give it this kind of background info, you're helping the AI understand the world your request lives in, and that leads to a much more relevant response. Then comes E for Expectations. This is all about the how. How do you want this information presented? Do you need a formal, authoritative tone or something more friendly and conversational? Should it be a bulleted list, a paragraph, a table? Get specific about the format and the style you're looking for.
And finally, and for legal work, this is absolutely crucial, we have S for Source. This is how you ground the AI's response in reality. Instead of letting it just search the entire internet, you can point it to specific, reliable sources like your own case files, a particular statute, or folder of internal documents. This is a game changer for the accuracy and relevance of what you get back.
All right, let's see how this all comes together in practice. Here's a great example. The goal is to generate 3-5 bullet points. The context is a specific client meeting. The expectation is to use simple language. And the source is limited to recent emails and chats. You can really see how each part of the formula narrows the focus and helps create a super precise request. Okay, so that's the theory behind the GCES framework. Now let's check out how this actually plays out in the real world, for legal professionals at different points in their careers. If you're a paralegal, this framework can be a total superpower. Just imagine being able to instantly summarize a ridiculously long email chain to find the key action items, or comparing the crucial terms in 2 different MOUs side by side in seconds. These are the kinds of foundational tasks where applying GCS can give you a massive efficiency boost.
Now for a corporate counsel, the applications get even more strategic. You could use this framework to whip up targeted training materials based on a new regulation, or maybe transform your jumbled meeting notes into a polished, coherent memo for the whole team. It's all about getting to that high-value analytical work so much faster.
And for a senior counsel, this becomes a powerful tool for really high-level strategic work. Think about it. Quickly comparing two complex draft agreements and having it highlight only the substantive differences, or getting a crisp summary of the key takeaways from a huge pile of meeting materials to prep for the next day. The framework is exactly the same, but the impact and, let's be honest, the stakes are even greater.
Now, we've talked a lot about the power of this tech, but we absolutely have to talk about responsibility. Using AI effectively also means using it with professional judgment. And this is probably the most important part of our entire conversation today.
So let's lay out some really clear rules of the road. Do use AI for things like brainstorming and getting first drafts. Do experiment with your prompts to see what works. But most importantly, do verify every single thing the AI produces. On the flip side, don't ask it to do too many things at once, and never, ever, ever just copy and paste the output without your own thorough, independent review. At the end of the day, you are still the lawyer.
And that brings us right back to our main idea. This technology is a co-pilot, not an autopilot. It's here to assist you, to help you generate ideas, to make you more efficient. It is not, and it should not be, a substitute for your legal expertise, your judgment, or your professional responsibility.
So, we've walked through why this all matters, what this tool can do, and how to do it effectively and responsibly. You now have the GCES framework in your toolkit. So the real question is, how are you going to use this incredible new Copilot to redefine your own legal practice? The possibilities? Well, they're just getting started.